sure it'll come as a surprise to none of you that I've gotten up to a bit of work. Over next to Luma's incredible house, we have a path that's leading all the way over towards the graveyard. I think that I ended up doing a really good job about fitting this pathway into the environment. If we head on down and look up, you can see that it really slopes in well with the side, and our path continues along this area here, where of course I've decorated the entire thing with 2 tall flowers, and as you can tell, it completely just fills in the environment. I'm thinking that eventually we'll have a dock in this area, but the path continues along the side here with some incredible looks at the rest of the builds, and we can arrive at our graveyard, which is definitely one of my favorite builds that we've made so far. I think that I'd love to add a couple more graveyards for the sanctuary in the future, but today is not going to be the day for that, because today we are up to big things. We'll get around to building ourselves a better looking shop for Slip's Terracotta, but not until we take a look at the challenge for this episode. We can head up the stairs and open the book, which says Task 2. Build a redstone contraption at your base, which I definitely have an incredible idea for doing around here. However, that is gonna have to wait a little bit, because this guy is tired of doing things the old school way in this world. You see, no disrespect to Cobb, but it can be quite time consuming just picking up and putting down blocks without any buffs, meaning that this guy is gonna get a beacon for the first time, which also means fighting the Wither for the first time, mind you. And I gotta say, I am quite nervous about it. So before doing anything, we're gonna go and collect some terracotta. That is after borrowing this guy right here. And so with a beacon in hand, I say let's get to work at harvesting some terracotta and fighting some wither skeletons. It's a good feeling to have a little bit of extra life in the area, but as you've seen, we had a wonderful stream where we went and got some terracotta, and we also got some wither skeleton skulls. Or in reality, we didn't end up getting any wither skeleton skulls on stream, but I went hunting once again after stream with the actual pug, and I ended up getting 2 out of the 3. And by the way, I do have to say that I love this tree that we have over next to our challenge tower, which is once again a name that is subject to change. But you may be wondering, Slip, how do you have 3 wither skeleton skulls then? And we happen to have 3 because the actual pug was generous enough to give us a 3rd one, to which I must say I can't begin to explain how thankful I am. And you'll see that over by the Nether Portal we have a bit of a water elevator design, which Pug ended up showing me, and I really just like how it looks. So we're gonna do what we can to make this area look even better, and we're actually gonna put our redstone contraption down here as well. So I say let's get along to doing that. Well, our portal has been transformed. Well, if we walk through the Nether Portal, that is, you'll see that we have a welcome sign here, and if we step on this pressure plate, you'll notice that we get the music disc, Teach Me How to Build. and we can place it in here to play it, which I must say is a pretty rockin' theme song for the kingdom. But Pug ended up coming over and showing me how to use these pots as a sort of water elevator. We can head up the water chute and we'll fly up to the top, where we can open a trapdoor, and you can see that it leads us all the way to a tunnel area here. I still haven't finished the floor, as you can see here, and also as we lead into the rest of the kingdom. But now is not the time that we're gonna get to doing it. You see, we have a wither to fight this upcoming Friday, and we'll be doing it live on stream. And since I've never done it before, you could say that I'm quite scared, and it's definitely something that I want to get geared up for. So let's get along to collecting some materials. Well, it's been a long time since the last cut in this world, but I must say we do have a good amount of resources in hand. It makes me sad to leave this incredible kingdom for a little bit of time, but we'll take to the skies because it's time to head to the shopping island. I will say as we head on there that I'm going to be building a windmill, and I do want to mention that I am going to be hanging up the towel for Oat. It's been a fun time being a member of the Organization of Aesthetic Terraforming, but the truth is that it's been 3 weeks since I've had the time to check up on everyone's builds. Do let me know if you'd like for me to do a progress check for the next time that we hop into this world. Well, the truth is, I've been procrastinating on making this build, but we've been up to some good work here at the kingdom. We have a wonderful extension of the path that leads right up to our bridge over here, and I'm a big fan of the way that it's turning out. We'll get to placing some lanterns here eventually, but I don't have enough copper for that at the moment, but that's okay. And I did want to mention a big thank you to both Cobb and BananaBoy for helping me on getting that beacon. I probably couldn't have done it without your help, and so I'm very appreciative. But although I want to get along to placing a bridge, a massive bridge in this area here, it's just about time that we stop procrastinating and get along to making this build. After long last, an official welcome to Slip's Terracotta. I'm honestly really happy with how this build came out. You'll see that the style is looking different, and I ended up going with a bunch of different blocks as well. As we enter our little farm area, you'll notice that we have bamboo, and I have it stuck in place because we have string right here. And although a little bit more time consuming, I would say it's totally worth checking out the style. It definitely adds to the look of the area while keeping things tame as well. If we head over to the front side of the build, you'll notice that we ended up making this build into a windmill, which is something that I really wanted to do, and I know that it has nothing to do with terracotta, but I always wanted to make my own windmill. And if we hop into CheatyCam, I think that I did a pretty good job with it. We have a nice gradient of blocks with our mossy bricks and our moss going into some packed mud, and you'll notice that the bamboo hanging signs and the copper trapdoors give an extra bit of decoration. Besides having our 2 tall flowers here, I also experimented with having some B-dubs windows over here. But if we head inside through the back side of this area, you'll see that we have Slip's Terracotta. We can open the door and we'll be met with a really cool looking interior. You can open our book and you'll see that we have the prices for Slip's Terracotta. Regular and brown terracotta is 1 stack for 2 diamonds, and then the other colors are 1 stack for a diamond. On our second page, we have a variety box, which you choose the price on, and we can find our variety box right here. Those are really just all of the leftover terracotta that I don't have enough to have a stack for, and so whatever price you choose is good for me. And our awesome windmill is stacked full of all of the terracotta that you could need. Doesn't look like we've made any sales yet, and that's totally okay, because the reality is I've been putting off this build for weeks, and I'm so happy to say that I have something that I'm proud of here on the Mushroom Shop Island. I think that we're gonna leave the rest of this area free for now and save space for new shops, and hopefully within the season we'll also have time to make ourselves some custom trees in this area too. But with our windmill complete and spooky season just on the horizon, I have some pretty cool ideas in mind. If you're ready for a spooky season build, consider leaving a like on the video, and I'll see you soon to celebrate the spookiest season of the year.